Good evening, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara here again with another version of me interviewing my mom. How are you? Happy Friday. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. This way I can check up on who is watching us. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat box here, and we can be interactive. And tonight I have a special guest. I keep lining up special guests, basically because I'm running out of content. And I don't have enough to say, so I get these interesting people to tell their stories. And I ran across this woman who is my mom, who has a very interesting entrepreneurial story, and I want to introduce her as, hi, Mom, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks, Joe.
Thank you I know you're a busy woman, and I know you had to clear out your schedule to visit us tonight, but I think this is important that people see what you've done, and I was actually thinking about this. You've been doing this your whole life.
Right,
And,
I have.
And I think that I'm pretty certain that you're where I got the entrepreneurial gene from.
Probably.
Yeah, no, not probably. And we're going to talk about that tonight, because I thought for years that there was something wrong with me starting so many businesses. And I said, where did I get this from? And then I was thinking back, growing up, the flea markets, the Tupperware,
toys, everything.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. But right now, what I'm really I'm a little bit perturbed about, and I'm also very proud of, is the fact that you started this business without me.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm supposed to be the business guru, the CPA, the startup specialist, and you went and started an online business behind my back.
Well, actually, it wasn't my idea. It was your sister's.
Okay, well, so both of you are guilty.
Yeah, that's why it's called Suzuki.
So let me share this, and my executive VA is just joined us, and I don't think I told her that I was going to be interviewing a world famous entrepreneur today. But so, and I have a client. So now this is an Etsy store, and I have a couple of clients that are setting up stores on something called Shopify.
Right.
And maybe, so I don't know too much what the difference is, but the story goes like this. I get a call from you, or an email saying that you and Sid, my sister, want to talk to me about what your plans are, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, so, you want to start this online store. Okay. Anything you need from me, all you got to do is call me. I'm here for any kind of advice, setup, technical, maybe you got a problem with sales tax. I don't know. And you said, okay. And then I think it was like 2 weeks later, you were already making sales.
Mm-hmm.
How could you do that without me?
Well, Etsy is set up to help people like us. I mean, they take this tax out, and they advertise for us. Well, we pay them, but they do most of the work, really. But Tina had to go. I mean, Sid had to go in there and investigate everything. She studied it. She studied the mailing, everything.
Okay.
And she's really the business part of the business.
She's the brains behind the operation.
Yeah, because I kept busy just making all those masks.
Okay, so that's interesting. So let's go backwards a little. So you've been creative. You just make stuff.
Always.
And so you made a couple of. I should have got mine. Yeah, I'm gonna get up and get my mask so I could show everybody. But so you made these masks that are, oh my God, it was so much better than the ones that we got from the store.
Let me tell you what happened. You know, when the COVID started, I was worried about our family, so I started making these masks. And when Sid saw them, when I moved here, she had the idea, and I said, all right, don't do anything. Let me make some stock. Well, she came up with the packaging and, you know, the mailing, like I said, all that. And I'm getting raves. They love my masks because they're so different. They're the same, but
I,
they're different.
yeah, hold on. I should have got that. I'm gonna get up for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to go solo here. Oh, okay. So this is what I got. I got to take this out. Put it on. And that's it. And
If you take it off, you can hang it down your neck.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
If you untie it, it can just stand, you know, hang on your neck. It won't come off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it becomes like it becomes like people wear bandanas like this and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so you're making them. So I didn't know it was her idea to start selling them.
Well, I kind of
thought it
thought
was
about
yours.
it.
So
I
anyway,
wanted-
so you have this product,
yeah.
and I mean, I don't know how long it takes you to make these.
It depends.
Okay.
About an hour. About an hour.
Okay, so now she wants to sell them, and you got to build up some stock because you hand make all this stuff.
Right.
So let's say that took you what, a week or two to build up some inventory.
About a week. Yeah, about a week because I can't constantly. I am 80 years old.
Yeah, which is another fact that I want to bring out here. Because this is really, it's not just to interview my mom because I'm so proud of her. It's to show people that, listen, it doesn't take that much to start a business now.
No.
As long as you stick with the basics. You see, people like me, Ma, we overcomplicate everything. People, you know, we start businesses and, you know, it starts out like a little idea and and unfortunately, we don't wind up executing it and doing what you do because we get all, you know, I'm like, oh my God, we got to do SEO. I need a special website. You just kept it simple. And then I was thinking, growing up, I was like, that's what you always did. It was a simple formula. So you have this product, right, that's obviously useful. But most people don't say, oh, I can sell this. You know, a lot of people are just creative. They make stuff. You know, I know Grandma, that's what she always made stuff. But I don't remember her going out and selling the stuff.
No.
Yeah. So, you know, it takes a special person to say, oh, I want to put it out there and sell it to people.
It kept me sane. It kept me sane. It made me feel useful.
Yeah, and that's another thing. And I want to go back to that because there's a whole thing going on here with women and how women were treated even back in the 60s. Because women were not supposed to be in business. You know, my friend John got me to watch the show called Mad Men. And it was about the Madison Avenue advertising agencies in the 60s. And
Yeah.
it shows how women were treated.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, then, how was it just put you in a whole different category. Because I said,
Hmm.
my mom was different. You went out and you did business. Women weren't
Well,
business.
all right. I did have regular jobs, but being a wife and the mother of 5 kids, life happened. So I couldn't really go to work. I had to create work. I had to create some income. So, of course, I became a seller.
You created like your own opportunities. You were an
Right.
entrepreneur.
Exactly.
I mean, I can remember some of the things. Shackley. Do you remember Shackley yourself?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Tupperware parties. Oh my God.
I did
And
toys. I did plaques. I did everything.
so, I wish
Yeah.
I realized this a long time ago because, it would have made a lot more sense. Maybe I could have spent less years in therapy, wondering, but that because I saw you, Ma, it was like you made it possible. That, yeah, why not? And I don't know. And I tell this story. I don't know if you remember the casino that I started in the driveway. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I got angry.
Oh, so you do remember, because I talk about this all the time. I'm still
Yeah.
I'm a little bit angry because you shut me down.
Right.
But I was 10 years old and I actually made money in a casino.
In our front porch.
Yeah, I mean, how many 10-year-old kids do that? And now I realize, I said it was because you were my example. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So so getting back to what you just created, because that's really what
Okay.
I want to talk about. You did it in a couple of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
right? Literally. You went
Mm-hmm.
from, hey, we could sell this, to you were generating money. You're actually getting, not only are you making money, how can I put this up here again? I mean, you're getting reviews.
Yeah. Pretty good ones.
Yeah, and Sid is a good model. You're getting
Yeah.
all 5-star reviews, and this is just up there like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And so I have clients, I have friends that start businesses, and it takes them years to get to somebody to buy something. So I think like what you did, you came up with the product. There was a need. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and you did all the right things, all the marketing. I mean, and you did it so quickly. And I'm going to use this, like how you did it, as an example to show my people. It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Right.
And all you need are a couple of things. You need a product, you need a customer, and you need an offer. That's it. You have the mask, you have the customers, obviously, and you have the offer. The offer is how much of these things?
They're $13.
$13 each. And
Yes.
so now, I'm not going to tell you what to do because you actually already know, but we have things coming up like Christmas and,
I'm
oh my
making
God.
Christmas masks.
Oh, you are. So
Yeah.
my executive VA, Elizabeth, I thought I put the link up here. Let me put the link up. It's called, and now, so I'm going to give you a little tip here that my friend told me yesterday, John, because so you have to go to this Etsy site to go to find your store.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could get, like, if you use, so I like it, the name of your store is Sudoku, because your Cookie and Sid is my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sudoku. It's a good name. If you get that URL, you could probably point it to the store. But that's what I do. I make it more complicated. So if you listen to me, you'll probably not be. Yeah, don't listen to me. So Elizabeth, I'm trying to post this, but for some reason it won't go up there. It's etsy.com/shop/Sudoku, SYDOOKI
E.
and KE. Okay,
No,
I'll try
no,
it.
no. KIE.
KIE. Sudoku post. Okay, I think it's going there now. It should do. Okay, if it's not, if I don't get it on there now because I get distracted with Facebook, I will post it after the interview. But I want to, so this isn't your first business.
Right.
What business were you doing before this? I know you had the store in New Mexico.
Store.
Didn't you have a shop? You had was that a flea market? I don't remember what you were
Oh,
saying.
no. I did the craft shows every year. There's a
Okay.
line, before Christmas from September on of different places having Christmas fairs. And that's what I did every year. I built up my stock of whatever I was making at the time.
Okay.
And I did the row of shows every year.
Okay. And what other businesses did you do?
Jewelry and
That's right. You were making your own jewelry, right?
yeah, I was making it and selling it. I make anything. I like
So,
to. Okay, let me explain something. When I get interested in something, I don't wait till somebody tells me how. I go out and learn myself. I teach myself how to make it and how to, put it together, how to sell it. But mostly I like the craft fairs. That's, very big in New Mexico.
right. So, but you're just doing it as really like a hobby, though, right?
Yeah, but it keeps me happy.
Yeah, and that's important,
Uh-huh.
and that's because people go into business. It's not, when I started my casino, it was all, my plan was to be a billionaire, to make all kinds of money so I could save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what people do is they just start businesses just as side gigs, just to make a little bit of extra money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's frustrating for them because they put a lot of time and effort, and people put their heart and soul into it, and they don't get the results. And I'm thinking, I said, but everything you ever did, what's the formula? That's what I want to know. That's what you have to share with us. What is the
Okay.
simple formula because you did it 100 different times with different products, different services.
You have to have
How
faith. You have to have faith and you have to like people. You have to come across as being a good person to those people that they can talk to you. It's very important to sell yourself if you're going to sell your product.
really?
Mm-hmm.
They, but they didn't teach me that in college.
No, but it's true. In business, you have to sell yourself so people trust your product.
Okay. So how do you do that with the mask?
With the mask,
How
well,
do you do that with
one,
jewelry?
okay, well, you show that it's good, that it's worth what you're selling it for. When Tina took all the pictures, okay, when Sid took all the pictures, she showed what's in it. there's 3 layers, not just 2 of cotton. The 3rd layer is pure cotton batting, and I quilted them. That's what made them different. So
Okay.
they're a lot healthier than the regular masks they buy. So she showed what was different about them. And of course, the way I put the tie on it is different. So it's a healthier one. It's a safer and easier one because when you tie it on, there's no openings around your face.
Right.
Okay. There's no
So,
outside air coming in, but you can breathe freely.
I think basically, you answered my question because you weren't, you made these for the family first.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing it with love and caring, and that's what you're selling.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
it wasn't, and this is why I screw it up because I put all the business stuff behind it. Like, no, you're just doing it for the pure. Listen, this is good. You're not doing it to make $1 million.
Exactly. I'd like
But
to.
I can definitely tell you ways that you can do that now. But you're gonna have to make me some sort of partner.
No.
But this is great, right? And it's not just because it's you. You know that I love you,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciate. But some of the things that you've done for me and my business, and I just want to point this out because it seems like it's the theme now with everything, is that you just made everything simple.
Yeah.
You helped me make I mean, between some of the crazy people that I've dealt with, but
Mm-hmm.
even thinking when we first started the remote bookkeeping thing, do you remember that? You
Mm-hmm.
told me I was crazy, and I said, I'll teach you how to do a bank rec. And so what you did, and I tell people this all the time, was instead of waiting till the end of the month, you went online and you started reconciling everybody's accounts
Weekly.
weekly. And do you remember you called me? You told me Wilson was going to bounce a check unless you got money in the account.
Yeah.
And I said, how did you know that? Now, I'm the CPA, the son. I'm teaching you because you just used common sense. You said, why do I have to wait till the end of the month when I can just go online now? Meanwhile, me as the account, I was just so used to that
Monthly.
regimen. Right.
Yeah.
And that changed the whole way that I looked at how I did, why we were doing remote accounting.
Mm-hmm.
And now what I'm doing with Wave App, I know you don't have time to come out of retirement for the bookkeeping, but this Wave apps, you would have loved it.
Well, I'm doing it for my own accounts, and I do like it.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to need it for your own business. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so I think that's the lesson. Keep it simple. Do it with
Mm-hmm.
love. It doesn't have to be about the money, but what I've seen so many times is when people do stuff just because they love doing it, they wind up making a lot of money sometimes.
You have to read some of those reviews. They're raving about the stitching. They're raving about, they gave it to their mother. She loved it. It means so much to me when I hear those things, because they are made with love, with caring.
Yeah, and that's important. And like
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth says, she's like, you're spreading the positive vibrations. And this is for my clients, the people that follow me, the people that are in the masterminds, because it gets frustrating, man. People and they're trying their hardest, and I'm coming to the conclusion. I'm like, maybe people are trying too hard.
No.
Maybe you just got to relax a little and just.
Yeah. You know something though, what I found, I have friends around my age that are very, very depressed because they're afraid to go any place. They're afraid to do anything. And I explained to them, I hate busy. That's what you have to do. Pick something to do and keep yourself busy. Don't think about what you're not doing. Start doing something. And this is just advice for everybody.
Yeah.
Not you don't have to make money on it. It's just don't go crazy. Do something with your life.
Yeah. So anyway, any other parting words of wisdom that you can give my loyal followers?
Only one thing: stay safe, everyone.
And wear masks when you go out. And these are the best
Right.
masks. And I'm gonna put the post up there. And if you're around tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
at what time would it be? 12 o'clock your time. We'll have our mastermind meeting.
Okay.
And maybe if you're not too busy selling masks, you could join us.
That'll be 10 o'clock my time.
No,
Probably.
12 o'clock your time. It's 2 o'clock my time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. All right. Just let me know. Send me a link.
All right. And go to etsy.com/shop/Saduki. SYDOO.
KIE.
KIE. It's like cookie, only with the Sid in front. All right, Ma, that's our story. Over and out. God bless. I love you, Ma. And Mastermind with Joe DiChara tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time.